Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as Saxony, of course, going for our custom Saxon Federation achievement. We have to have 75 princes in the HRE, which is pretty much the opposite direction of where we've been going, but there's so much land in Austria that just screams being released as princes. Hopefully, we're not losing tons of cores just yet. 1625? Hey. Bohemia will never go away. So that's something. But Brandenburg... I mean, technically, we also have some Brandenburgian land, or we do, but yeah, so we may have to do some beating up of Austrians very soon, because honestly there's not a whole lot of cores left here. There's Bohemia, which is fine, we can do whenever. There is Nitra over here, which should not go away ever. That's a Voltaire tag. But Brandenburg, I don't like losing Brandenburg, and we need more princes, not fewer princes. Also Ulm needs to be released, but Ulm... Wait. Oh, you are Ulm. You just look like Austria. Never mind. Ulm does not need to be released. What is this? The Palatinate? Memmingen. 1650. Yeah. That thing's going away. We may already have lost some people. Whew. On a timer now. Alright, but... so we have to get 75 princes in the Holy Roman Empire, which does not become easier if I make all the cores go away. And we also have to follow a whole bunch of rules about how we are allowed to expand. 2 wars right now, neither of which we started. Well, I mean, we didn't declare the Dithmarschen conquest of Lolland. Dithmarschen did. But we did warn them so we could defend the Danes, so we could then eat the Danes later. We have very high war participation, I believe. Only 69%? How is this possible? What? Everybody else has 0 and I only have 69. And as much as I appreciate 69, it's... What? How? How is 69% plus 0 100? I don't get it. Either way, we're sitting in this war and waiting for it to end. Unfortunately, the Brits are in it and not yet willing to peace out. However, they're already on medium enthusiasm, so it's a matter of time. 17 points, still a bunch. And if they ever lose those revolts, it's gonna be... yeah. But, like, the war's gonna tick down. And eventually... somebody will peace out. Maybe the Danes will realize at some point that they don't need to be fighting these guys. But yeah, we need to think about a war against... a big alliance. I mean, we have friends. We could probably call in the French and the Poles. Start some big world war thing happening here, but we need to free... We need to free Brandenburg. Can't free Bohemia. Brandenburg, and we can release Memmingen too, that would be nice. If we could become Emperor first, it would be even nicer, although, as Bisa, of course, who else, pointed out in the comments, we have a bit of a... well, problem is a bit of a strong word, but... so you don't just get to release provinces in a peace deal as the emperor, unless you use a special casus belli. And that can either be the one that you get where they refuse to return... oh, I forgot that I had you there. I'm sorry. Is that why I had these people up here and not on the siege? Fudge. Yeah, there goes 1,000 guys. I'm sure we can't run anywhere else. How fast are we gonna get out here? It might be solvable by assigning a guy with maneuver. 30th, still the 30th? I just added a 3 maneuver guy. I think I'm fast marching out of here. It costs me a bit of mill, but I really don't want to lose 1,000 guys just for free. That doesn't seem particularly great to me. And now we stop force marching, join up with our friends here, and then maybe threaten those guys. Throw them out. Now I wish I had a better general available, and I do. Friedrich Kuhn is actually available. Come here, Friedrich. We have Dutch people to punish. We're still not sitting on super high... what's its face? Manpower. But we have some. 2 send 5 guys here, so all I need is 5 myself. So let's do this, not attached to these. And let's send some help. Just in case the fight goes longer and badly. Not very likely, but possible. Now how do we deal with those Austrians? It must be by calling in the French, right? We know we know the Austrians are useless, so calling the French should be an easy solution. Of course, that's when the Austrians are going to be super good at everything. But hey, yeah, we're still quite ahead of time on mill, right? 80%? That's quite a bit. Let's do some more development. I did do some development at the end of last episode. I just forgot about the fact that we have to do this. Best place to do it would be Cleves. Yeah, it's just so much better manpower modifier. Holy frick nuggets. What do I have in Cleves? Is it just barracks? Courthouse. We don't even have barracks. Why do you have such a ginormous manpower modifier here? Nothing special? I don't think there's anything special at all in this. But this says just 65%. And it's unlikely that the other places are not cores, right? Weird. I mean, Leipzig surely is a core. Let's compare. Let's compare Leipzig and the other place. Okay, we have 25% autonomy here. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the rest is the same. Okay, fine. Cleves it is. Not that that's the best place to develop or anything, but... because we don't super care about trade power in that place. I'm not going to spend the dip there. The dip needs to go elsewhere, I believe. Well, actually... it's also the best place to put my dip. Huh. Oh well. Spend some there. Finally win that battle. Painful, but we killed more than we lost, which is always nice. And then I think we should be able to kill the rest here, and we do. Sweet. Now, if these Brabantian separatists don't come here, and I don't think they will... this is Flemish culture, no Brabantian core. Yeah, they shouldn't be coming here. Then... I think our guys are safe. Now, if only we could get those Brits to leave the war. I really also want to go beat up on Russia again, but I think the Austrians have to be our major target. Where do you have those revolts that you're not dealing with? Britain. Must be something in the New World, maybe? Like an Argentine or something? British Peru? I don't know. It says they have revolts, but I don't see any black stripes. Oh, we'll see. Or we won't see, you know, one of the two. No more outraged people to improve with. Should I be making more claims? Do I have any claims? I do. On these guys. I mean, Austria's claims, actually. Could be more. I mean, our claims on Austria, that is. And then... I don't think I have a claim on Lolland. No, I do. Is there any other Danish land I would want? But Swedish land, maybe, right? Build that Swedish spy network. If we're fighting the Swedes anyway, it might just be interesting to take some Swedish stuff. Global trade. I don't know who spawned it, but we'll see that in a jiffy. Valencia. Ugh. What an ugly place. Shouldn't even exist. But global trade is one of those institutions that spawns or spreads relatively quickly. I always forget what the actual spread modifiers are, but just for having printing press and some trade power, we get a spread in places. See if I can find a place of ours that has a good spread, and then maybe we can turn on the edict to get it there a lot faster. Most of these places are spreading pretty slowly. Yeah, again for trade power and printing press, 13. 0.13 is not an extremely fast spread. 0.44, hello Stettin. Now there's a place. Because you have 35 trade power, that's quite the province, I must say. How do you end up at 35? Coastal, controlled by burghers, marketplace, and our mercantilism. Okay, and of course the estuary. Oh yes, very good estuary here. Yeah, oh, we should think about upgrading our centers of trade while at peace. I always forget that that is a thing we can do, but that is a thing we can do. Give me institution spread. Thank you. We should probably also do a quick pass on our, not estates, but state edicts. Because, surprise, surprise, we have 1 million of them on. And we don't necessarily need all of these, especially local defensiveness. Just costs us a bunch of money. I'm going to turn off the development in everything but cleaves. Just in case I want to put more in cleaves. Into cleaves. Yeah, people are no longer steering me trade because the choosers have ended. Which is not fair. But on the plus side, I think our aggressive expansion is essentially gone, right? It is just gone. Well, Magdeburg still cares. Glad to know you still care, Magdeburg. Glad to hear about it. You know what else I'm really glad about? I finally read the latest dev diary on EU4. And it's from November 5th, so it's like 2 weeks old, but I haven't read it before. And it turns out that there's going to be a whole bunch of quality of life improvements. And I do love me a quality of life improvement, I dare say. Especially, why do I not have full cannons on here? Well, a whole bunch of things, but some things I thought that never change. Like the peace deal interface money thing. There are no buttons to just take exactly as much money as you can take, as they're willing to give you. And that alone is just such a great change. I mean, it's an easy change to make, but still, the fact that they're trying is good. Why? So they built an infantry in Amsterdam, put it on a boat, sent it to Den Haag to die. I mean, I guess they took 76 of my guys as well. I gain a claim on Dithmarschen. I mean, sure. I'll take it. It is free. Are we getting close to that 30,000? Oh, another thing. You will always be able to see force limit from here, even if you can't build. So right now, I would be able to see my force limit. You can always see the force limit here if you are able to build, but from the next patch on, we should be able to see it even without it. Small change again, but great to have. Okay, we actually have over 80 force limit, or forces, so we could go through with those missions. So this again, state maintenance, and then actually manpower recovery is good right now. I'm just gonna go through with it. I was tempted to keep the harsh treatment cost reduction for the Age of Absolutism, so we can use some harsh treatment for Absolutism generation. But right now I'd rather have the manpower, and saving some money on the state edicts would also be nice. They did it again! What? Why? Why? Even turned my guy into Master of Arms, which is obviously great, but why? AIY. Also, do I still have a general somewhere? Yeah, I do. Get on there with your siege pip. No need to waste even more manpower. French beating up some rebels, unfortunately. Wouldn't have minded some Flanders separatists or whatever they were to separate there. That showdown with the French is going to be a tough one, eventually. Eventually. Also getting close to capping here again. Man, I'd really like to I have a better way to spend my stuff. I guess it's supposed to be Paderborn then. Paderborn or Osnabrück. Osnabrück has the advantage of being decent for dip development as well. So let's do that one. Same state anyway. So we'll encourage development and then pump in some of that. Good old mill and a bit of good old dip. And eat another stack. There's the Siege of Bremen. Finally. Now, how do we piece Bremen out? We're not taking it, obviously. I do care about their trade power and their war reps. Could just also make them steer trade. No, they won't do it. How much won't you do it? Very little. It's not really useful. I think I'd just rather farm some prestige here. Can't force your religion because you're already a good religion. So let's just end your rivalry to Brunswick and Friesland. And then wait for another tick off length of war, whatever it is. So they will then happily peace out. There we go. 1 monthly tick was enough. Really for themselves, war reps, trade power, Brunswick, Friesland, settlement, Haupf. There they go. Black flag my troops, but that's okay. Wait. Why was I able to do that? Oh, because this is my war. I thought it was in 2 wars I didn't have control of. It's only 1. The other one is actually my war. I'm not really in need of any of this. Oh, another change. If you're in a mode like this, where you're selecting provinces, then it will no longer do anything else if you click a province, except select it. So I will no longer accidentally get out of the suppression screen or the peace deal screen because the game's dumb. That's also going to be awesome. Again, another change that doesn't seem super hard to make. I will admit as much, but I love that they're finally doing it. Oh, did I get more clever here? No. I mean, kinda. I don't know what you're doing. Are these mercenaries? Are you just punching a bunch of mercenaries here? Yeah, get those guys on a boat to then put into Den Haag. Go for it. Why? Oh, no, they're not. Maybe they're sending 2 guys now? No, just 1 guy at a time. Game. Game. This is not how you win wars. I mean, they can't win the war. They should just give up. Speaking of just giving up, could these Brits please just leave? Are they still unhappy? Still on medium 7. So if we get another couple of ticks of length of war, if we get them to 0, or the revolts get better than the -15 we get now from that, then the Danes should be able to white piece them out, and then that should be the end of the war. We're not the war leader here, right? It's still the other people. Yeah. Yep. No debate in the Landtag. That's not okay. Gain stability would be nice, but we have 3, so don't need it. Iron tradition decay is also nice. Legitimacy and claim strength. Yeah, this is what we need again. Support that ruling dynasty. Get our own legitimacy up and our heirs' legitimacy up when that happens. Maybe even get it out of weak territory. We already did this once. We're gonna do that again, and maybe we get to medium or whatever that's called. So it's got support. And then... Wait. Did it just happen? Isn't there usually like a debate and stuff? Did they all just randomly say, yep, this sounds great? Yeah. Okay. Or do debates at war have a different ruling or something? Is there like something like that? Let me know if you know, because yeah. The world has decided to no longer accept Russia's claim for greatness. I assume that's just because of their backwards technology levels. They probably still don't have the institution. I think they're still big enough. They look still big enough for something actual. But that's nice. How are we doing on that ranking? Number 5 these days. Somebody must have taken a institution. Which is not fair. How dare they? Yeah, keep sieging that. Actually, I think we get progress every time they do this, right? If you win an attack on a siege, so if people attack you while you're sieging, then I believe you gain progress on the siege. So I think every time they feed us a 1-stack, we gain progress here. Are we losing anything important when the age ends? War score would be annoying. Some trade power. That's essentially it. And the age of Spain is ending, so that's good. Because we're gonna have to fight the Spanish at some point, even though they're not Spanish yet. And they maybe never will be because of Aragon still existing. But, you know. What are you doing to Liège, France? Why you do this? What is this? Attack against Ferrara and the papal conquest of Mantua. Popes. Am I right? I can't live with them. How much in manpower depth are we still? Not that much. Gain a half price production efficiency guy. Now I'm just gonna take the no debt thing here. Can I spend my prestige on making a estate happy? I mean, yes. I guess I do. It's still time missing, but it's next year. Yeah, I'm gonna grant monopoly charges, I think. So the disadvantage is that we get a year of loyalty ticking down because we're over 50. You know what? I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna grant an admiralship. Or do I want a minister? Don't need inflation reduction guy, do we? What are you running right now? Reduced price. Not tons of reduced, but reduced. I was paying so much for our people. Yeah, I think I'll ask the burghers for an admiral. And grant monopoly charters. And ask for money. So now the tick down isn't as bad. Still bad, but not as bad. And now I can say, give me the prestige and not overcap on it. And then I'm probably gonna fire that admiral, because who needs admirals anyway? I wonder if I'm ever gonna build a real navy this campaign. Don't know. Right now we're just doing boats. Hello. So let's see what happened here. I don't see myself getting any land, but I see Holstein being freed, which is also nice. Well, let's see what actually happened here. Did marshmallow force to give Denmark 10% income, pay war reps, give release Holstein and Verden. Excellent. So we didn't have to pay the div for that. We gain all the ducats and the prestige, and Denmark gains 1 power protection. Okay, this could have been much worse. We joined the war essentially to protect the Danes. And now not only do we protect the Danes, but also do we release 2 places here. We don't need Holstein. I wouldn't mind having Holstein. It's a good place, but it's a prince. And so we're going to protect it. And if they give us military access, this is going to be fine. There's Siege of Den Haag, so that's also the end of this war. I don't think we need to go punch those people. They should be happy to give up here. Now, what can I actually take without taking a bunch of land that should really be used to release people? This is a Holland core, but as is Sale, Amsterdam, right? I never got that claim on Amsterdam, I don't think. Or did I? No. Amsterdam is just a huge, great province. I mean, paper is just nuts. And has that center of trade, not just the estuary. Although at level 1, the estuary is better than the center of trade. But centers of trade can be upgraded. Which we really should look at while at peace. So, then there's Utrecht, Gelre. I believe Gelre also has cores down here, right? As does Utrecht. Okay. Yeah. So we could take land up here and still at some point release Utrecht and Gelre down here. Okay. I know I've planned this before, but I don't remember what my plans were. I can take Dutch land, I believe, right? We made sure that that could be a thing. Protestant reformed. I don't think I have reformed land in my country. I really shouldn't. But let's check. No. I also don't think I have Dutch land in my country. But let's check. No. So taking Dutch reformed land here would be fine. So we could take Gelre and Utrecht. Both in one state, both of which we don't kill any cores for good. And then we could technically take Den Haag or Amsterdam if aggressive expansion allows. Now, doing that has a bit of a disadvantage. Because if we make one of these places into Utrecht and one of them into Gelre, and one of these into Holland, then there's no more room for the actual Netherlands to exist. Also, again, trade power in the... we might be at a point where we want this again. We want to collect here again, actually. We'll see. English Channel is a pretty good place. That said, Lübeck ain't bad. Lübeck ain't bad. So trade power here might not be completely useless, but it's not super important. Let's have a look at the coalition here. It would be too much anyway, right? Or would it? This might be survivable, as in there's enough people there that have truces to us and stuff that we wouldn't get attacked. But if we also want to take land from the Austrians at some point, then maybe going full ham on this is not what we should be doing. So maybe we just take Utrecht and Gelre. We could make them release Holland, but then Holland is going to be a double province there, right? Yeah, that would give them both provinces. Don't love that. Will I ever be able to not do that? Maybe if that's the only land they have left. Can't make them release Gelre or Utrecht just yet because we're taking land that would be part of that. So maybe that's okay. Don't need to force you to do anything. Definitely don't want you to release stuff to Castile or anything. Not gonna revoke any cores. Too few cores in this world as it is. So yeah, it's probably just this, and then war reps and trade power. Thing is that steering trade won't do much. I mean, the only place they can reasonably steer anything is from here, and I doubt that the Netherlands have any well, they get caravan power, so it's not nothing. They're not doing anything here right now, but they could. We get like 50 extra trade power steering our way. Maybe that's better than having more trade power in a node we're not necessarily using. So... war reps, steer trade, and for the rest of the ducats, sweet ducats. Like that. It's not horrible. We pay non-dip, we are fine on overextension and aggressive expansion. What we're not fine on is hiding our coring. Because the Emperor is... who again? Wilhelm I von Brunshorn, not willing to die. Even though we would currently become Emperor, it would be great. But that's all no. Saxe-Lauenburg so close. Ansbach so close. Apparently I cannot make Bavaria vote for me if they're voting for themselves. As long as somebody else believes in them, is what I was told. So if we make Ansbach vote for me, then we might also be able to get the Bavarians. Aggressive expansion is going to make that more difficult. But we should keep that in mind. So probably butter up Lüneburg a bit more and Ansbach. Hey Lüneburg, how buttered are you? Very buttered. Much buttered. So instead let's talk to Ansbach maybe. Also they're probably also much buttered. Yeah. Other things we can do. Could like marry them and stuff, but maybe that's not quite necessary. Well, no, we'll see. After the war we'll see how the votes look. But what we do need is another war, right? What is that war? We could just cleanse heresy on these guys. No, we can't. Wait. Thought I had a cleanse heresy cosplay on there. Things have changed. Diplomatic. Truce map mode. No, there's cleansing of heresy. Didn't you say you're Protestant? On mines it makes a lot of sense. Lüneburg I don't want to attack because, well, I want them to vote for me. Netherlands we're already beating up. Cleves needs beating up anyway. You have friends? You have no friends. Probably gonna go and beat up Cleves. I got a minus... I don't think I get a negative... Oh, they're still transferring me trade power. We can make that not happen. That one is easy. We don't have a truce, right? No, it would have said. We do. Oh, wrong color. Wait, no it doesn't. Am I dumb? Yeah, Saxony is the truce until 1604. So we could wait until 1604 and then declare war on Cleves. Or we could go right now and beat up on Würzburg and Aachen and Ulm to cleanse some heresy. Now, why do I have cleansing of heresy? Did I just check that you're... Oh no, you're Catholic. Ugh. So that needs to be cleansed anyway. But next episode. The real question is, do we want to spend any time at peace in between? There was something I wanted to do which I can only do at peace, right? Yes, upgrading sense of trade. So what we should do is peace out, have a diplomat ready to declare war, but first, just on the same day, upgrade a center of trade or two, and then go back to war. Yeah, that seems fun. But next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like what you're seeing, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and of course talk to me in the comments section. Thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time.